So I think the core issue is that risk management often focuses on rather artifacts than impact. You know what I mean? So in risk management, for example, process quality is often mistaken for the impact of decisions. And this becomes very visible in how risk management is actually implemented in practice. Risk registers document risks, of course. Heat maps visualize them. Maturity model assess the process and so forth. But none of these tells us whether a decision was actually made better, Thomas. And that's where it becomes interesting. I sometimes ask a very simple question. Can you point to a strategic decision was changed because of risk management? And surprisingly often, the answer is not very clear or even no. I remember, for example, working with a mid-sized company here in Switzerland that had invested heavily in its risk management setup. So they created a beautifully structured risk register, quarterly risk reporting, a dedicated risk function. And then when I asked the CFO whether a recent acquisition decision had been influenced by any of that risk management work, he paused, Thomas, and then said, not really. We had already decided before the risk team got involved. And that moment, Thomas, stayed with me because it captured like the real problem. Not effort, that's not the issue, but timing and also relevance. And if you push that logic a bit further, I sometimes go even further and say if an organization removed its risk register tomorrow, let's just assume that for a moment, the quality of its strategic decisions might not suffer at all.